There. Game Mike, it's in the emotions.
All right, Charlie and Nico are back here at Golden One Center, opening possession of this third quarter. Ella Ray will earn herself a trip to the free throw line. So Oak Ridge getting the ball to start the third, down 4. A score of 25-21. Ray's first free throw too strong. But Charlie, we keep talking about Tegan Brown only with 3 points in this one. So if you're Oak Ridge and you're down 4 with Tegan Brown only having 3 points, you are extremely happy based on the situation.
Just a great job by everybody else. They've really been able to keep up with Folsom. Even though they're down by 3, they've still just been great so far. Anyways, here's Clyman Hayes for Folsom. He's going to get the ball, dishes outside to Rollins. And now on the inside is Minderman, who misses in the paint. So Crandall gets the rebound for Oak Ridge, and she's got the ball. Rollins is on defense, but Crandall passes outside. There's Hellwig to Ray. Hellwig again. Lines up to try to take a 3, but ends up not doing so. Now Crandall's got the ball. Hellwig again. Marsh inside. Here's Ray. She gets fouled again. Tries to take a shot, but the ball was slapped. Looks like she got hit on the wrist before she was able to take that shot. So Clyman Egg is going to get her second foul off of that. Ray's first free throw is good. So now she's 3 of 3 on free throw attempts so far. Excuse me, 2 and 3. She missed the first shot of the last trip to the line. Now this one is no good. 2 of 4 from the line, but Tegan Brown right there to get that rebound. Gets into a bit of a struggle with Rollins, so jump ball, and Folsom will end up with the ball anyways. But good effort by Tegan Brown. Way to be there. Now Michaela Jackson of Folsom takes the ball up the court. On the left side, there's Rollins and Clyman. Now here's Minderman from the right side, and Brown, as Minderman shoots up in the paint, Brown swats the ball out of bounds, so Folsom will inbound, but great defense by Tegan Brown. Despite not having an offensive impact, she's been great tonight on defense. So here's Michaela Jackson again. Looking around, and Clyman outside, Jackson. Here's Rollins from deep, and no good. Tegan Brown's there, wrestles. It looks like Folsom takes the ball out of bounds. Rollins had it, but stepped out. So Marsh is going to inbound to Crandall. Crandall directing, trying to move people around.
Yeah, so Rollins trying to strip that one away, stepped out of bounds in the process. Now Ella Ray at the right post gives it to Crandall inside.
Crandall almost
just short.
had it. Here's Brown, though, on the rebound, struggling. Jump ball again. I think Oak Ridge will have it there. And that she will.
I gave Charlie an opportunity to take a sip there as coach.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So Oak Ridge is going to get the ball. Crandall's going to inbound. She's going to try to find somebody off the break. Couple of people open, dishes to Brown. Brown's got it. Here's Ray. Top of the key, no good. And Jackson boxes out Tegan Brown, and she gets the rebound. Passes the logo. Now she's on the left side. And here's Rollins, who's going to take it from the center. Clyman now, corner. Bounce pass from Rollins on the inside to Minderman. Gives it to Clyman who gives it to Jackson, who shoots a 3 and misses. Now Marsh has it for Oak Ridge. She's got 2 defenders on her. Bounce pass to Crandall. Great job by Crandall, able to get to the ball. And now she's got Rollins on her. Top of the key. Looking. Dishes. Here's Hellwig, who's going to give it to Ray. And Ray to Crandall. Jumper. Short range. No good. And Folsom's got the rebound. Jackson on a bit of a fast break. Here's Rollins in the paint. Throws. No good. And Marsh gets the rebound. Brown on a fast break. Inside, in the paint, Tegan Brown got it. Now she's got 5 on the day, and we are tied. 25 all, Oak Ridge and Folsom. And we've got ourselves a game here, folks. Now here's Jackson. And Rollins again, directing. Clyman on the corner, back to Rollins. Jackson, now in the paint, here's Minderman. Floater, good. About 15. Marsh inbounds to Crandall. Back to Marsh. Hasn't moved yet. Dribbles and moves. Crandall's got it. And Helwig now on the right side. And tries to pass to Tegan Brown. No good. So Folsom. There's Rollins. She takes it all the way to the key. Passes to Masula, who then takes the shot cross key. And now we've got a timeout. So we'll be back in 30 seconds after the timeout.
You know what? We'll give it here. So, Oak Ridge High School. You know, Charlie, the women's teams this year having themselves a little bit of a playoff run. Started out with women's volleyball, and of course now women's soccer and women's basketball going at it. As soccer won their section championship on Thursday, rather. Yep, defeated Lincoln 8-1 at Hart Health Park. Thank you for running the tech on that.
Absolutely. Always happy to help.
And then women's basketball section championship obviously going on right now. So we'll send it back to Charlie. Final 4:34 here in the third. 29-25. Folsom is up.
So Oak Ridge is going to inbound. They're going to give it to Lauren Marsh. Crannell's the only one in the back court. And she's going to get the ball. Got Rollins right on her. Excuse me, that's Iriarte on her. And Crannell doing some nice stop and go action. Shakes her defenders. Here's Helwig on the close side. Passes to Ray to Brown. And now Marsh again. Looking. She's going to drive. Inside. In the paint. Floater. She gets fouled. No, travel. She missed the shot anyways. And now Sophia Williams checks in for Jessica Crannell. And Jackson's got it for Folsom. She's going to move on the far side. Cross key a little bit to Rollins. Inside, here's Minderman in the paint. And Brooke Williams just saying no thanks, pressuring defense. And ultimately, Oak Ridge is going to pick up a steal after Minderman loses the ball. Here's Sophia Williams driving. Good floater. She's got it off the backboard. So Oak Ridge right back in at 27-29. Folsom still leading by 2. Here's Rollins for Folsom outside. Kleimenhaig inside and traveling by Minderman. So Oak Ridge will get the ball. And quick change of momentum so far here, Nico. And Liv Jurgensen will come in for Helwig as Marsh inbounds. Trying to find somebody. There's Williams. 2 defenders for Folsom are back. Williams stopping. Hasn't passed the mid-line yet. Passes to Jurgensen and it'll get across the half court. Williams again. Bounce pass to Williams. No good. Went too far. So now here's Folsom. Rollins. No good. Rejected. Looks like Jurgensen and Williams on the inside. Good defense. So here's Marsh to Williams. And Jurgensen on the corner. Back to Williams. Back to Jurgensen. Passing the ball. Oak Ridge trying to find somebody. Here's Marsh. She's open. Stop and go, but no good. No shot taken. Here's Brooke Williams. Moving. Can't really get anywhere. Tries to shoot and pick up a foul, but nothing happens. And now it looks like Brooke Williams might have almost been tripped. In any case, Kleimenhaig, takes a 3 for Folsom, but misses. Brown on the rebound. Sophia Williams driving. Dishes outside. Here's Jurgensen on the corner. Back to Williams. Cuts in. Bounce pass. Jurgensen's going to take it. And she gets fouled on the way. No foul. Traveling called. So Folsom's going to inbound.
A lot of travel calls here in the past couple of minutes. But one thing I've noticed so far in the second half, Oak Ridge pushing the pace a little bit more, going towards the basket. Folsom's defense just knocking or containing Oak Ridge just from the start. But Oak Ridge trying something different, pushing the pace. Brown with 5 points now, but 10 rebounds. So
but there's
look for Tegan Brown to get hot.
Folsom is certainly on their heels, though, defensively, as that was Tupou, who loses the ball for Folsom, and Oak Ridge inbounds. Marsh to Williams. Williams using that speed. He's going to pass to Ray, who passes to Marsh. Ray again. Jurgensen in the paint, and she's going to get a foul call, and she's going to head to the line. So Rollins will pick up a foul for Folsom. So Oak Ridge, no fouls so far to start the second half. Folsom has 3 on the other hand. So good job by Oak Ridge cleaning up their defense. And Jurgensen misses the first shot, bounces off the front of the hoop and then to the back. So second shot, still 27-29. No points scored in the last minute. Except for that, Jurgensen swishes that second free throw attempt. Here's Jackson for Folsom. Outside, Kleimenhaeg in the corner. No good. That was Ching. So Oak Ridge is going to inbound the ball. Timeout by Folsom. So Bulldogs trying to switch up the momentum here. 28-29. Folsom only leading by one with under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, so Folsom able to play here in this championship thanks to a last-minute win against St. Mary's at their home court, 55-54. Folsom with the win over St. Mary's. Cameron Mafua, who has not entered this ballgame quite yet, knocked down a little floater right in the middle of the key just a couple nights ago to secure the win for Folsom and end St. Mary's streak of 13 straight section championship appearances. So quite the outcome for Folsom as they now get to play a league rival in Oak Ridge.
Absolutely. This has certainly been a firework-fueled matchup, but also a very stout defensive battle. Neither team really giving up much of a lead as Oak Ridge inbounds to Sophia Williams. She's got the Folsom defense right on her. And now Sophia Williams has it again and cuts in, no good. Folsom attempts a rebound, and they hit it out of bounds. So Oak Ridge will keep the ball, and Williams will inbound. Look, Williams breaks. Oak Ridge offense moving around, trying to find somebody. Here's Jurgensen to Marsh. Williams on the outside, on the close side. Jurgensen from deep at about the top of the court, no good. And Tupou will get the rebound. Now here's Folsom again. Jackson has it, moving around all the way. Here's Kleimenhaeg in the corner. Jackson has it again, picks it up, starts dribbling. Nobody. Bounce pass to Tupou, but Oak Ridge nearly knocks it away, but a great recovery by Folsom. Kleimenhaeg from three, no good. Bounces off the front of the rim. Brown's got it, and she gets fouled by Tupou. So she's in foul trouble. I think she's got three, so she needs to be careful. Marsh is going to inbound for the Trojans. Here's Brown back to Marsh. Marsh is going to take it up. Here's Williams. Got a bit open. Here's Ray. No good. And Folsom hits the ball out of bounds on the pass to Ray. So Oak Ridge will inbound once again. Brown is going to be the one to do it. Oak Ridge trying to find something. Still 28-29. Folsom barely leading. And 49 seconds to go in this third quarter. Here's Jurgensen looking around, trying to find somebody. Williams has it now. Dribbling at the top. Handoff to Brown. Three people on Brown. Wayward pass from Jurgensen. Brown, deep shot with the shot clock expiring. And does not hit the rim. So, shot clock violation. So Folsom will take the ball back. Ella Uriarte will check back in for Folsom, as well as Cameron Mufoa. So here's Rollins to take the ball. Got it at the top. Just past the Kings logo. Dribbling, trying to wind the clock down. Only 3 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. 10 seconds on the shot clock remaining. Here's Uriarte. And Rollins from the corner, no good, bounces in and out. Oak Ridge gets the ball. Here's Brown. She's going to pass to Jurgensen. Can she hit a buzzer beater? She can! Wow! And Oak Ridge, just like that, will take the lead 30-29 by 1 point in the closing seconds of the third quarter. What an ending there.
Yeah, Liv Jurgensen driving all the way to the hoop. Didn't know if she was going to get it off or not. Did it right in time with less than a second to go, driving all the way and scored. Gives Oak Ridge the 30-29 advantage heading into the fourth quarter. So plenty of basketball to be played. 8 minutes to go here from Golden One Center.
We'll be back in a few short minutes.
Have you always wanted to be a sports broadcaster but didn't know how to get started? Well, Game Mic allows you to go out and practice, just like we need to practice as athletes. You can't get better without work, so gain that experience on Game Mic.
Are you nervous about getting on the game mic? That's okay. It's as easy as talking on the phone. Anyone can do it. Or are you that person who always thought you would be a good sports broadcaster? Like every time you...
Welcome back, folks, to downtown Sacramento, where Oak Ridge just took a 30-29 lead over the Folsom Bulldogs. As we start the fourth quarter here, Ava Rollins will inbound to Michaela Jackson at the logo. Folsom with the ball to start the fourth. Rollins at the left wing, cross court, over to Mafua, who is now into the ballgame, hit the game winner over St. Mary's. Now Tupou inside on the right post, defended by Ray. Out to Jackson at the top of the arc. Jackson goes to the right side, back out to Mafua on the right wing, or right corner rather. 5 to shoot. Tupou from the free throw line gives it to Jackson on the near corner. Jackson jab step, try to get a shot up, instead deflected by Brown. Ray with the rebound. Now back the other way is Oak Ridge. Here is Jurgensen. Now Sophia Williams in the open space, out by the logo. Oak Ridge setting up their offense. Now on the right side, here is Marsh. Oak Ridge swinging the ball around the perimeter. They set up Brown inside, defended by Jackson. Drives towards the basket, got around the defender, Michaela Jackson, and scored.
And that's what Oak Ridge needs in this fourth quarter. Tegan Brown needs to come in clutch, get hot, and hopefully for the Oak Ridge Trojans, win the game for them.
3-ball attempted by Rollins, no good, too strong. Now less than 7 minutes to go in the regulation as Sophia Williams' ball is out of bounds. An errant pass there from the logo. And Folsom now, it'll be Ava Rollins to inbound. Minderman checks in. Mafua exits. So 32-29, Oak Ridge is up. And Clymenhaeg also comes back into the ballgame. Tupou comes out. Jackson will bring the ball up the floor, crosses the logo. Gives it over to Rollins on the left wing, back to Jackson up top. Folsom trying to find some space. Trojans with tight defense. Ray able to come up with the ball. I think it was tipped by Brown, yeah. Williams now on the left side. Entered in front of the three-point line. Now gives to Ray on the inside. Backs away into Clymenhaeg and scores.
Good job by Ella Ray, just dominant in the paint, uses her height advantage to just get the ball up and over. Barely goes in the basket, but that counts, and it extends the Oak Ridge lead, 34-29.
Here's Rollins, top of the arc. Jackson, left wing from downtown, no good. The back rim. Brown tries to get the long rebound. It'll go out of bounds off of Brown. So Folsom will regain possession at their own half of the court.
Interesting play. I think Brown could have let the ball go out, try to box out the Folsom defender. So I don't think an Oak Ridge player had previously touched the ball before it went out of bounds to tell Brown. So a little bit of a mental error by her, not very common, but not too big of an issue.
Jackson, the ball handler, on the right wing. Again, we're at the north side of Golden One Center. Perpendicular to the Folsom basket. Jackson on the left wing. Folsom's offense in no hurry. 8 to shoot. Back out to Jackson on the left wing. Tries to go inside, defended by Brown. Now here is Rollins for 3 downtown, able to hit it. So Rollins knocks down the three-pointer from long range and cuts the lead down to a 2-point ball game. 34-32, Oak Ridge is up, and it'll be an immediate Folsom timeout.
Big momentum swing there. Folsom knocks down a big three. Then they call a timeout, try to take Oak Ridge's momentum away and shift it into their own. So good play there by the Folsom Bulldogs.
Just looking at the stats now, Charlie, and in this game, there's not one player that's really standing out for you. It's a team effort, really, by both sides. I mean, you see Folsom, Rollins got 6, Jackson got 8, but even the lower women have 4 points. So evenly distributed scoring here for both teams. Oak Ridge, Brown with 7, Marsh with 6, Jurgensen, Ray with 6 as well. So that's what you call team basketball by both teams, and that's why we have such a close ball game, 34-32. Trojans in front at the moment.
The leading stat is Tegan Brown's 13 rebounds. Nobody in the game has over 10 points, but Brown has double-digit rebounds. So Definitely a big impact on defense. She's able to tip the ball, get the rebound, steal. Brown really is doing everything other than scoring so far tonight. But even then,
Yeah, we know that scoring can start any moment as well. And even looking at the shooting numbers, very similar percentages. Oak Ridge shooting 38% from the floor, Folsom 32%, and then from long range, 28% for Oak Ridge and 25% for Folsom. And Sophia Williams now drives all the way to the basket from one end to the other and scores for the Trojans, 36-32. Oak Ridge on top. Jackson now with the ball, 5:15 to go in the fourth quarter. From the right post, Minderman kicks it out to Rollins from downtown, no good. Brown tried to tip it for the rebound. Now she gets the ball. She comes up with it all the way to the hoop. No one in front of her, and she scores. Tegan Brown all the way, and Oak Ridge has extended their lead 6 points.
great job by Tegan Brown. Heads up play, barely prevents the ball from going out of bounds and drives all the way to the hoop.
Near corner three, no good. Uriarte with the attempt, and Brown comes up with it once again.
Now it looks like we're getting a little bit more of a Tegan Brown show. She's picked up her scoring as well as more defensive plays. She's just getting on right where she needs to.
Jurgensen, the ball handler, kicks it out to Williams on the left wing. Jurgensen gets it back, tries to go under the basket, fails to do so, defended by Rollins. Ray on the right post, try to get around the defender, Minderman. Now Folsom comes up with the ball. Rollins all the way, defended by Brown, puts it up, no good, it's short. And Lauren Marsh secures the rebound for the Trojans. So Oak Ridge with the ball. Williams, the ball handler at the top of the arc. Reverses back out, now gives to Ray. The Trojans trying to feed Ray inside in the paint. Jurgensen drives inside, but before that there is a foul called on the floor. Ray fell to the ground, and the foul will be on. Well, let's see. I know it's on Folsom. Okay, so it is on Minderman. So Minderman picks up the foul there, pushing Ray in the back. And Sophia Williams, the one to inbound.
Folsom has 5 team fouls currently, so 1 away from giving Oak Ridge the bonus. Want to make sure that they don't. 2 away.
It is 2.
But still very close.
Three-pointer from the top of the arc, no good by Jurgensen.
Out of bounds.
And Folsom will let it go out of bounds rather than getting the long rebound. Michaela Jackson substitutes back in for Folsom. Minderman will exit. And Jackson now will bring the ball up the floor. 3:45 to go in the fourth. Oak Ridge up 38-32. It's been a fun one here from Golden One. Jackson trying to decipher where to go. Now steps out on the right wing, gets the ball back from Aaron Bright now. Jackson to the top, calls for a screen, goes on the right. Now looking for help. Nice pass inside to Kleiman-Haig. Kleiman-Haig puts it up. Ray there with the defense, and Brown comes away with it. Brown now on the right side of the floor, trapped by defenders Bright and Jackson. Williams now with the ball, crossing the logo. Williams still with the ball, left wing, hands it off to Brown. Brown coming on the left side. Flips it to Ray. And the Trojans moving the ball sufficiently here. Williams finds herself with the rock once again. Hands it off to Brown. Williams on the left side. Left wing triple is good. Sophia Williams from long range hits a 3. Under 3 minutes, and Oak Ridge extends their lead 41-32 here from Golden One Center. Charlie, the ball movement is picked up for Oak Ridge. They're getting inside, only taking threes when they have to.
Absolutely. They're doing a great job of selecting their shots very well, as you said. Only a couple threes when necessary, but man, have they been clutch. So just great ball movement, opening up some lanes. Ella Ray is still in a little bit clogged under the basket, so she hasn't had too much scoring opportunities, and when she has, they've been knocked down for the most part. But just a great job overall by the Oak Ridge offense, really picking up after the half.
Well, we talked about the team fouls. Like you said a few moments ago, Charlie, Oak Ridge still with no team fouls in the second half.
No team fouls, and we are 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. That is incredible.
Folsom with 5. So no team really in foul trouble here. And that's a sight to see if you're an Oak Ridge Trojan, considering Ella Ray's last game, getting 4 fouls with 8 minutes to go. Jackson now with the ball. Folsom setting up their offense. 2:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. Jackson to the top of the arc, gives over to Rollins on the left wing. Jackson gets it back. Now the other side of the court, Ching. Ching on the right wing. Try to get it back up to Jackson. Brown will almost take it away. 3 to shoot. Jackson with the ball. Jackson pull-up jumper from the free throw line and hits. Michaela Jackson with a clutch shot right there. Now at the 2:15 mark, Folsom cuts their deficit down to 7. Williams with the ball, defended very tightly by Uriarte, still unable to get across the line. Now Jurgensen comes with the help. Trojans yet to get across the line. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Jurgensen loses the ball. Still at the logo. 5 to shoot. Sophia Williams and jump ball is called. That was the best defensive possession I've seen pretty much this year from high school basketball.
Wow, I mean, the Folsom Bulldogs just did not let the Trojans pass the line. Simply put, the pressure was just too great. Williams had no shot realistically of getting the ball over.
What defense there? 4 seconds to shoot. Brown at the logo. Brown driving inside on the right side, goes past Jackson, gets it up. No foul is called, so the shot clock will expire. And not much there you can do other than, I think Coach White would be happy with Brown driving into the lane there.
The shot clock still reset when Brown put the ball up, and then she even got her own rebound. So interesting call by the refs there.
1:40 to go in the fourth. Oak Ridge up 41-34. Rollins with the ball going on the right side of the key. Ching for 3, right wing, bang! Chelsea Ching cuts Folsom's deficit down to 4. Oak Ridge on top 41-37, and Folsom is climbing their way back into this one. Ching with 8 points. And she had 12 in the win against St. Mary's.
Wow, this game is really neck and neck. Folsom, they lost their way a little bit, but now they're fighting back. They've got the momentum. Oak Ridge really needs to pick up the defense, and execute their shots a little better.
Yeah, and for Oak Ridge, you're happy with the sharing of the ball tonight. Brown only with 9 points. She's had 26 and 29 the past couple of wins against Monterey Trail and McClatchy. So Oak Ridge distributing the ball well and still scoring. So that's a sight to see if you're an Oak Ridge Trojan.
But at the same time, the Oak Ridge is still doing their own job defensively. Only Jackson has double-digit points, and she barely does with 10. So good job by both defenses tonight. Really a defensive battle.
And even though the offenses of both these squads are always legit, the defense from both of these teams has been there all year. And it's definitely a sight to watch if you're a high school basketball fan. Charlie, we were talking about the defense from both of these teams all year. And of course, we talk about the scoring all the time, but the defense has just been splendid from both teams whenever they match up with each other. They've been low-scoring ball games. So 41-37, Trojans with the lead. They'll now have the ball inbounding under their own hoop. Brown crosses the line now. It's a 1-on-2. Brown gives it over to Ray. Offense comes back and helps. Now Jurgensen will just waste time here. 18 seconds on the shot clock, under 1:20 to go in regulation. Sophia Williams got the logo. Reverses direction. Now the double team comes and helps. Jurgensen back out top. 7 to shoot. Jurgensen, left wing. Try to get it to Ray, but stolen by Tupou. Tupou all the way. Draws the foul, and the ball almost went in. So Oak Ridge catching a break there. Luckily, they did not see that ball go through the basket.
Smart play there by Oak Ridge, forcing the foul and the miss. Because ultimately, you can make that especially in a high-tension situation like this. So really heads-up play by Sophia Williams. Great job making sure that Folsom missed that shot. And also interesting decision by Coach White of Oak Ridge to not have his team shoot more, considering they're only up by 4. He elected instead to start wasting time, and there's only a minute. So I think that decision is actually paying off.
1 minute to go on the dot. Tupou, no good from the line. Put back by Rollins, no good. As she got the offensive rebound, but now Marsh has it for the Trojans, and a smart timeout by head coach Steve White of Oak Ridge. 41-37, Oak Ridge on top. Charlie, we're going to keep it here. 53 and change to go here from Golden One Center in the fourth quarter. We have had ourselves a ball game.
Absolutely. It's just been a real thriller here at Golden One. I mean, what a great game to come out and broadcast, and what a fun game to watch if you're a fan. I mean, really just some great action, great defense, but also really high octane offense at the same time. So just really fun out here.
And like we talked about earlier, Folsom has the lead this year, 2-1 in the previous matchups. Folsom visited Oak Ridge in December. Folsom took the W. Oak Ridge visited Folsom, the second matchup, and Folsom won. And then finally, Oak Ridge was able to pull out a W at their home court just a couple of weeks ago. So this is the fourth time these two teams have faced off against each other this season, and they've always been pretty close games. So this is another close one, another fun one, another defensive-sided one as well. So both teams coming out of the huddle here.
Took a little while on the timeout, but Coach White elected to take that timeout. So just trying to prep his players, get the game plan going. Likely to be try to wind the clock down as much as possible before shooting.
Lauren Marshall inbound for the Trojans. They'll have the ball with 50 seconds to go in the fourth. Oak Ridge up 4. And the foul will be on Ella Uriarte. I don't know if that was exactly what Folsom was looking for right there, to foul Marsh almost immediately. But Marshall inbound once again. Folsom up to 16 fouls, one more. And Oak Ridge will be going to the line. But now stripped away. Oh, my goodness. What a change of momentum. That was Uriarte who stole the ball under the basket, put it back in, and won. Oh, my goodness. So the foul will be against Sophia Williams. But Charlie, Marsh tried to inbound. She did. Uriarte with the steal, put it up and drew the foul and also put it in. Rebound, or free throw is missed rather, but an offensive rebound by Folsom. Jackson puts it up, draws the foul, and she will go to the free throw line.
Oak Ridge has to get the ball past the backcourt. They really haven't. Folsom has been playing incredible defense, and they've been great at rebounding in the last couple of seconds. They haven't allowed Oak Ridge to get a rebound nor to get the ball anywhere near the half-court line.
So Oak Ridge, who was once up 41-37, now only leads by 1 as Jackson knocks down the first free throw. It's a 41-40 ball game here. Oak Ridge still on top at the moment. Jackson's second free throw coming up. And Oak Ridge has got to box out here and get this rebound if you're head coach Steve White. Jackson. Free throw missed off the front iron, and Ella Ray secures the rebound for Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge up 1 now, 35 seconds to go. We've got ourselves a dandy here at Golden One Center. Sophia Williams.
Try to keep the ball away and run the clock down. They only have a 1-point lead.
They are.
Interesting call.
Right at the logo. Now Jurgensen on the right wing. 22 seconds to go, 11 seconds on the shot clock. There's about a 10-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Marsh tries to back her way into Shing. Now gives it up top to Jurgensen. 13 and 2 seconds on the shot clock. 1 second. Ray throws it up. It'll be a shot clock violation. And Charlie, this is going to come down to the final shot here. 9.6 seconds to go in regulation. Oak Ridge up 1. Folsom will have the ball at a chance to win this ball game. What a change of momentum.
Seriously. Oak Ridge is going to call a timeout here. They have to. I mean, you've got to get your defense set. But for Folsom, what a change of momentum. They're able to come out, get some clutch free throws, and then now they've got an opportunity after some great defense, preventing Oak Ridge from scoring on that last possession. Now they have a chance to hit a buzzer beater for the win.
Wow. That's all I can say. 41-34 the score was just a minute and a half ago. And now with 9.6 to go, Oak Ridge only up 1. Folsom will have the ball and try to win it here.
Obviously, the tension and the excitement are both incredibly high in the building right now. I mean, wow, what an atmosphere this is.
Well, we'll see who Folsom elects to go to. Obviously, you can trust Michaela Jackson, the point guard. She's got 11 tonight, leading all scorers. So we'll see if they go to Jackson, but obviously plenty of offensive weapons for Folsom. Mafua hit the buzzer beater last game, or rather the game-winning shot with 2.6 seconds to go. But we'll see what happens here. Obviously, defensive pressure will be huge here for the Trojans. Folsom will inbound from the opposite basket. So 9.6 seconds Folsom has to go from coast to coast. Jackson will be the one to inbound. Jackson looking. Gives it to Uriarte. Uriarte now coming up the logo. Uriarte crosses the logo. And a foul by Liv Jurgensen on the open floor as she crossed the midline. So 6 seconds to go in the fourth. And
because Folsom is not in the bonus, neither team is.
Yeah, so
Interesting in these last few seconds that nobody's in the bonus.
yeah, we don't see that very often here. High school basketball. So a smart foul there by Oak Ridge as the ball handler Uriarte had some room to work with.
Definitely beat Jurgensen, but Jurgensen made a high IQ play, fouled her knowing her team was not in the bonus, and she would have been able to get away with it without giving Folsom 3 shots.
So 6 seconds to go in the fourth. Folsom will inbound once again, this time from the half-court line. So we saw Jackson inbound there on the last play. I would assume they're going to go to Jackson again to inbound. I believe one of the earlier matchups this year, they had Jackson inbound it, but then she got the ball back just a couple seconds later. So we'll see if they elect to do that here.
She is, as you've said, the leading scorer, so you want to give it to the hot hand, especially in a clutch situation like this. And Jackson, also an experienced senior, she's been in situations like this before. She knows what she's doing, so she's likely the best person to give the ball to.
Yeah, Michaela Jackson, one of the best basketball players in the Sacramento area, as well as Tegan Brown, of course, from Oak Ridge. But this time it will be Ella Uriarte to inbound for Folsom at the half-court line. So Uriarte to inbound, 6 seconds. Folsom has to work with as they're going to try and go for the win here, down 1. 4 seconds. Jackson with the ball. Or rather, 6 seconds it was, and a foul immediately by Ella Ray. So 4.5 remain in the fourth. And Helwig, the defensive specialist for Oak Ridge, will enter for Sophia Williams. Uriarte to inbound once again. 4.5 seconds to go in regulation.
Down to this. Whatever Folsom can do here is likely.
Jackson with the ball. 3 seconds. Jackson kicks it out. Rollins to win it. No goal. And the Oak Ridge Trojans are section champions here at Golden One Center. Oh, boy.
Oh, my goodness. What an end to regulation and the game. The Oak Ridge Trojans. Great job by defense. Abby Helwig chips in. She brings them right over Sophia Williams, and she's able to shut down and make her offensive responsibility irrelevant, forcing Folsom to go to Rollins on the outside from the corner, and her 3 came up just short.
Rollins had a good look there on the near corner right in front of us. It did not go down. Coach White holding his arms up, going towards the Oak Ridge student section, and he is ecstatic. The Trojans from El Dorado Hills win it here 41-40, and they beat their league rivals here at the home of the Sacramento Kings. The awards presentation will be coming up here in just a moment. Charlie, this was a fun call on Game Mike.
Absolutely. What a game to call. 2 heated rivals going at it for the section championship. One of the biggest games of the year, especially if neither team can advance to states. Then this is arguably their most important game, and Oak Ridge able to beat their heated rival for a humongous victory in a storied program. Coach Steve White, been here 30 years. And he's just done a great job. Produces another section championship winner.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us here. We'll keep it live for the trophy presentation here on Game Mike. Jackson with 11 points tonight, unable to give Folsom the W, and a 1-point win for Oak Ridge. Just remarkable. Brown with 9, 16 rebounds. Marsh with 6 and 8. Helwig with 5, but obviously the quality defense like we've seen all year. Jurgensen with 6, and Ella Ray, of course, with 6 points and 9 rebounds. So we will hand it off to PA announcer Matt George.
The highest potential of sports is achieving participation communities with decision-building principles, which are trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, Good citizenship. Recipients for this prestigious award.
So real quick, we are going to bring in Chris from NFHS, and talk about that final sequence there, Chris.
Yeah, so from the perspective that I had on it, the girl in the corner, from my vantage point, certainly looked like she got fouled. The Oak Ridge defender came in from the side, and from it really just comes down to your vantage point. And judging by where the ref was, I think he thought it was a clean tip. However, the defender, from my vantage point, clearly came in, got the hands, but hey, the refs aren't perfect. We're all human, and sometimes that's what it comes down to. But either way you slice it, Oak Ridge comes away victorious.
They do, and of course, no instant replay here in high school basketball, even though we're at a state-of-the-art arena at Golden One Center. Aiden Pauly now on our TPSM sports broadcasting team. Aiden, what a win for the Oak Ridge Trojans.
Yeah, it was a good win. I was out with a lot of the fans here, and it's a good game. From my from a broadcaster's point of view, I'm watching strategy, and one of the things that Oak Ridge changed is the defense. They stepped it up on defense, and they were able to really not allow passes on the inside. And that's what broke this game open, creating turnovers, and that's what won this game.
If I told you Tegan Brown would have 5 points, or it was a 3 or 5, I think it was 5 points at halftime, and Oak Ridge is only down 3, I would have said, no, you're kidding.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of people. I'm looking at the scoreboard now. Marsh had a great game early. She was really stepping it up, and Williams had a good game, and she was really the primary ball handler when they were denying Tegan the ball. So I think that she really stepped up in this game, and it's exciting to see because she's just a freshman or a sophomore. So she's gonna be fun to watch in these next few years.
And what we've seen so far in the past, few playoff games, Brown, she scores 25, 30 points. She's kind of the main player for this Oak Ridge team. Tonight, that is a definition of a team win from the Trojans. Look at that scoring, evenly distributed from the Trojans offense.
I mean, those scores in double digits. Tegan with 9, but she really sold out on the defensive end. Played good defense. If I could get a steal count, just 1, but she had 2 blocks and a few deflections out of bounds. So she was holding it down defensively, and then when we and which led to the offense. And when they're denying Tegan the ball, it was up to the other players when they stepped up.
Well, Aiden, we'll be back at home next week for some NorCal Regional basketball. Thanks for joining us here in the little broadcast booth at Section 105 at Golden One Center. Aiden was in the student section.
Number 10, Jasmine Carranza.
And in the background now, your Oak Ridge Trojans Awards presentation.
With a team high 9 points and 16 rebounds, number 11, Tegan Brown. Addison Hunt with 5 points, number 12, Abby Hellwig. Number 14, Ava Edwards. With 6 points in the 3-pointer, number 15, Liv Jurgensen. Number 20, Ella Cottrell. Number 21, Kendra Alameda. Trisha George. Fiona Gordon. Number 22, Jessica Cranow. With 6 points, number 30, Ella Roy. Number 23, Kate Goff. Number 24, Audrey Specker. Number 25, Alexandra Brown. Number 30, Ella Ray. Number 35, Brooke Williams with 2 points. And now the presentation of the championship banner, the head coach, Stephen White.
Head coach Steve White receiving his championship banner now and handshaking the Oak Ridge principal, Aaron Palm, here at midcourt.
Champion, Oak Ridge Trojans.
And the Trojans now section champions here, Charlie. And just a huge shout out to Coach Steve White. Obviously, a huge part of this women's basketball team as head coach for the past 25, 30 years. Not only that, though, he is a huge help to our athletic department and our sports broadcasting team. So huge shout out to him getting us here at Golden One Center today, and of course for all the broadcasts throughout the season. So Charlie, as we wind things down here, what a fun day at Golden One Center. We've had media access for pretty much the entire day. We got here around 2 o'clock at the arena for a 6 o'clock ball game, and we're going to stick around for the 8 o'clock game here. It's the D1 men's section championship between number 5 Sheldon and number 3 Modesto Christian. So that one will be played here at 8 o'clock. So coming up here in about 25 minutes, they'll probably start a little bit early like they did last night. But what an experience here at Golden One Center behind the scenes.
Absolutely. Really great opportunity. Got to thank San Joaquin section and the Kings and Golden One Center for allowing us to see a lot of this behind the scenes stuff. Got to meet a bunch of media people, have some nice conversations, really learn some insightful things. And overall, just an incredible experience, especially as a student, just to be here and have access to all this stuff. Really, really great.
So with that being said, from all of our TPSM crew, our sports broadcasting team, Charlie Limoncelli, my name is Nico Horning, saying good night from Golden One Center in downtown Sacramento. We'll see you on Monday for men's volleyball, as well as Tuesday. It'll be women's soccer, women's basketball. That'll be played at home for the NorCal Regionals. Good night.